93 are guest students coming from other sisterly countries. Following the coup attempt of July 15, we restructured the National Defense University, and this way the number of the students who studied at the National Defense University has exceeded 19,000. We are keeping a close track on the successful studies of the National Defense University, and I would like to thank to the president of the university, all the academics and the officers that contribute to the education delivered at the university. So we are more and more happy to see the level of quality at our universities, and now we will not go back. After this point, we will always go forward. We will always march towards what's better and what's perfect. Our land, air, and naval forces need for qualified personnel is more important than ever, has been more important than ever. So for our rights and interests, there are some threats posed against us in the region, and we will be providing human capital so that we will be fighting against all those threats posed against us effectively. Now we have made our way to this venue from Roketsan company, and we have had a chance, an honor to observe the success of the company in defense industry. And technology on a standalone basis will not be meaningful and sufficient without the human force added to the scope. And the more we educate, the more and the better we train our officers and all the members of the armed forces, the more successful we will be. Turkish armed forces, with its more than 200 years of structure and with all the victories it brought about, is a source of pride for us. And this spirit that structured Anatolia is still alive. Last week, in Ahlat and Malazgirt, I personally had the chance to observe this very spirit. And now this picture in front of me shows and proves the ambition, quality, and all the other qualities necessary for our human capital. And it shows that our human capital is standing on solid grounds for over 1,000 years. We have this very multi-perspective and oriented and highly qualified human capital in the success of land, air, and naval forces. And our nation, our army, our nation has always embraced our army, and this is how we upset the plans of many that targeted our country. And we are not a community with an army. We are a nation that itself is an army. So some betrayers insistingly try to separate our nation from our army, but their efforts are in vain. So if you separate the spirit from the body, there only remains a body. And we, on the other hand, with our army, are fully together with our spirit and body. And we have heroes that make history within our borders and across our borders. And from here, I would like to wholeheartely greet all of those heroes for their success. The Turkish armed forces today, other than protecting its own people, tries and protects the rights of all oppressed and aggrieved in the rest of the world, and has become a source of hope for all in the entire world, other than its exemplary stance and highly qualified staff, technology advancement, and our spiritual power, we will see no power that stands in front of this country. And over the past 18 years, we have been working for that reason. We have tackled all the handicaps that were put heinously in front of us. And we exposed and crushed the betrayers of July the 15th with this ambition. And we, with this determination, tore apart what was brought against us, all the hypocrisy and lowness and recklessness in terms of lack of ability to recognize the law. All those attempts were averted, and every attack on us reinforced our feeling for struggle, and every handicap we tackled made us even stronger. And this way we have had a chance to look into our future with further confidence, and now with a more sincere belief and with more confidence, self-confidence, we look into future. And over the land, over the seas, and in the air, anyone that comes across us should know that Turkey is determined to protect and defend all its rights and interests everywhere. Probably they have seen Turkey's decisiveness, and those who could not will see that reality, face that reality in the field, at the table, and in terms of the international law. We will not refrain from this struggle, and we will not refrain from having martyrs and veterans on this path of cause. For our independence and future, we, all 83 million of this country, will not refrain from walking ahead, and we, with our chests full of belief and faith, will be averting all predicaments brought to our way, and we believe in God's justice. And in the Mediterranean now, and in other places, there are some who stand in front of us, but those others, can they endure the same? The Greek people, due to their leaders, administrators who lack vision, do they accept what will come to their way? And the people of France, again due to their leaders who lack vision and merits, do they know what prices they will pay? The sisterly countries of some of the countries in the Gulf, do the people of those countries, do they consent to their darkened future because of their leaders or administrators who lack vision? And those who set their eyes on the interests and the rights of Turkey and the people of those countries, are they aware what harm will come to their way in their return? With our history of thousands of years, and with our existence in Anatolia over centuries and millennia, we have always taken on our struggles and spent our days and nights with struggle. We have the blood of martyrs in each inch of our lens, and we know what prices we might pay in this struggle, and we are determined to pay any price on our journey, because we know otherwise they will not have us let us live on these lands even for a single day. If they are able, we are sure that they will not let us take a single more breath, and we are fully aware of that. And we will do, and we have done whatever we have done in spite of them. We will continue to make Turkey thrive, grow, develop, and we will hold tightly on our unity, on our togetherness, and our fraternity. As long as we own up to all these, God willing, there will be no handicap that Turkey cannot overturn. We firmly believe we will overcome every difficulty, challenge. My distinguished brothers in Turkey, brothers and sisters, Turkey has never throughout its history been an aggressive country. And in our history, we don't have the stain of colonism. And our community, our people are one of those rare communities over the world. As such, we have an understanding of owning up to our sources. And our understanding of conquest is not to invade and take away and usurp the sources. Our understanding of conquest is conquesting the hearts, and everywhere we step on, we try our best to please, and we do not indiscriminate, regardless of people's sects or beliefs or roots or ethnicity. Our understanding makes us believe that everyone can live freely and coexist. And anywhere we go, anywhere we step on, we are exerting efforts to make live rather than ending lives. Plundering, stealing, or taking away, or racketeering are not the things we do. What we do, on the contrary, is to share what we have and to win together. This dignity of our country, of course, make some accounts or calculations of centuries be upset and plans backtracked. And the aggressiveness we face is because that the plans of some are upset. Those who hide in ivory towers try their best to make our country be isolated, and they come our way everywhere and any time. But their fear will not save them. We always cry out that the world is bigger than five, and we will be marching on this path resolutely. In many parts of the world, starting from the EU, there are examples of xenophobia and discrimination and Turkish phobia. We encounter these all, but in every challenge we know that there is fascism in the minds of some, backdrawers of their minds. And this is a reflection, a manifestation of their actions. And some in our country also fall into the trap and unfortunately go with them. And some do run campaigns that defame our country and try to show that the problems the whole world faces are only peculiar to Turkey. But they will fail. Even though we are one of the most successful countries that combats the COVID-19 during the outbreak era, there were some who revealed their true faces by falling short to believe in our country. From femicide to security problems, there are many manipulations. We know what our shortcomings are very well, and we are exerting efforts to fix all those difficulties. And our civilization comes from the depth of our state tradition and its scope by and large. Some might try to confine it to a century only, but we are coming from a tradition of thousands of years. We know where we were yesterday, and we know where we stand today, and we know very well what we target for tomorrow. And thank God our nation has the same vision. They share the same vision with us. First, we will be taking steps to materialize our 2023 targets, and then we will make sure that the legacy of our country is transferred over, carried over generations for 2053 and 2071. Now the arrow has been sent from the bow, and we know that August has always been the month of victories throughout our history. Çaldıran, Otluk Beri, and Mercidabık like victories of 450 years. And along this history, we have emerged victorious, triumph all the time. And in the West, from Mohaç to many other victories, we claimed the victory and success in the month of August. And this goes the same for Cyprus. We had it join the lens of our country in August again. And the great war, the brightest victory of our history, again took place in August, and this is a great gift to our nation. And now today we show efforts to secure our borders. The first step of that was the Euphrates Shield operation, and 4 years ago we launched this operation in August. And all the victories in our history, of course, are unique, and one is not the alternative to the other. On the contrary, every operation, every victory is the bringer of good news for the next one and completes what was done before. And hopefully we will be emerging more and more victorious in every struggle we take on. Our armed forces, with their land forces, air forces, and naval forces, with all the elements, is now preparing for new operations. And our National Defense University has contributed a lot in training and educating the officers that will take task in our national forces and Turkish armed forces, and they will glorify our cause. And I would like to once again congratulate the graduates of the university. I would like to thank the team of the university, the president of the university, on behalf of my nation, and I convey my thanks personally to them all. And I would like to thank to all the graduates, all the officers who graduated from the National Defense University, all lieutenants. I once again greet you all with love and respect. Thank you very much. Stay in health.
Derece alan teğmenlere diplomalarının verilmesi.
Deniz ufkunda bu top sesleri nereden geliyor? Barbaros, belki donanmayla seferden geliyor.
Adalardan mı? Tunus'tan mı? Cezayir'den mi? Hür ufuklarda donanmış 200 pare gemi, yeni doğmuş aya baktıkları yerden geliyor.
Eğilmez dimdik başına, gönül verdik hürriyete. Türkiye yanaşan gücüyle bağlıyız cumhuriyete.
Eğilmez başımıza taç yaptık hürriyeti. Zafer ile kalbimize yazdık cumhuriyeti.
Senin ana, senin bu yiğit oğul senin. Bu teğmenler oldukça korkusu yok kimsenin.
Durmadan dalgalan şanlı bayrağım. Yurdumun en büyük bayramı bugün.
Okullarını birinci bitiren teğmenler. Kara Harp Okulu birincisi Teğmen Semih Kocaman. Deniz Harp Okulu birincisi Teğmen Mücahit Şamil Doğan. Hava Harp Okulu birincisi Teğmen Şerafettin Ger. Diplomaları Cumhurbaşkanımız Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan tarafından verilecektir. Huzurlarına kabulünü arz ederim. Kara Harp Okulu'nu birinci olarak bitiren Teğmen Semih Kocaman, 1998 yılında İstanbul'un Küçükçekmece ilçesinde İlhan ve Ayten Kocaman'ın 2 çocuğundan ilki olarak dünyaya gelmiştir. İlk, orta ve lise öğrenimini İstanbul'da tamamlamıştır. İngilizce bilmektedir. Deniz Harp Okulu'nu birinci olarak bitiren Teğmen Mücahit Şamil Doğan, 1996 yılında Samsun'da Kenan ve Emriye Doğan'ın 2 çocuğundan sonuncusu olarak dünyaya gelmiştir. İlk ve orta öğrenimini Samsun'da, lise öğrenimini Eskişehir'de tamamlamıştır. İngilizce bilmektedir. Hava Harp Okulu'nu birinci olarak bitiren Teğmen Şerafettin Ger, 1997 yılında Muğla'nın Yatağan ilçesinde Gülserin ve Mehmet Ger'in 2 çocuğundan sonuncusu olarak dünyaya gelmiştir. İlk orta öğrenimini Muğla'da, lise öğrenimini Antalya'da tamamlamıştır. İngilizce bilmektedir. Okullarını ikinci olarak bitiren teğmenler. Kara Harp Okulu'nu ikinci olarak bitiren Teğmen Batuhan Bal. Diplomasının Türkiye Büyük Millet Meclisi Başkanı Sayın Mustafa Şentop tarafından verilmesini arz ederim. Kara Harp Okulu'nu ikinci olarak bitiren Teğmen Batuhan Bal, 1998 yılında Ankara'nın Çubuk